Und damit willkommen zurück zu Star Trek Online. Wir haben ein paar fraktionsspezifische Storylines vor uns. Mit etwas Glück schaffen wir heute alle klingonischen Sachen. Dazu habe ich gerade hier Inigo erstellt. Einige von euch wissen vielleicht, wo er herkommt. Ansonsten tut es mir leid für euch. Und es bietet sich heute tatsächlich an, weil das Level-Bundle für die KDF gerade runtergesetzt ist. Und da ist auch ein Account-Unlock für eine D7-Variante drin. Und ich möchte halt nicht für die fraktionsspezifischen Storylines einfach nur irgendwelche Wegwerfcharaktere machen. Ich will halt schon welche machen, die man auch theoretisch weiterspielen könnte. So, das heißt, wir wollen das Tutorial spielen.
You are the second officer aboard a Klingon bird of prey, currently in charge of the Night Watch. You are in command of the ship, while Captain Shirlick and First Officer Duran are off duty. Your shift nears its end. Third Officer Lieutenant Kagan would like to have a word with you before you leave the bridge. People you can interact with.
Ja, okay. Pop-Ups brauchen wir nicht. Ich finde gerade die Stimme ein bisschen leise. Nein, ich möchte mich nicht ausloggen. Das Ding ist, dass die Settings ja immer komplett, also zumindest teilweise für, Stimme ist sogar auf 100%. WTF, wieso ist das so leise? Pass auf, Controls. Wir wollen auf jeden Fall, wo ist es? Keep moving during contact dialog. Dass das nicht standardmäßig an ist so ein Abfuck. Dann unter Umständen muss ich gleich noch hier, genau, das hier. Oder? Habe ich das? Boah, ich weiß gerade gar nicht, wie ich es bei den anderen jetzt gemacht habe. Ich lasse es mal gerade, wie es ist. Ja, die Feier war sehr schön. Ich bin auch nur im Standesamt fast ohnmächtig geworden, aber sonst lief eigentlich alles gut. Hä? Spiel? Ich kann mich nicht... Was ist denn jetzt los? Also irgendwie kann ich mich gerade nicht richtig bewegen. Keybinds. Ground. Hä? Wer hat sich das denn ausgedacht? Hä? Wer hat sich denn ausgedacht, dass das Drehen auf D sein soll? Und nach links und rechts laufen auf Q und E.
The end of the shift is near, at last. I have updated the duty logs. Not that there was a lot to report. Still, we have our duties. You will need to approve the logs before the captain arrives. Unless you are fond of cleaning up after his tag. The logs are up on my station now. Use it to transfer them into the record of battle. Battle. The only battle we face is against the forces of boredom. We are warriors of the Empire. We should be finding glory against Starfleet in honorable combat, not flying through empty space.
Einer Film willkommen zum Stream.
I hope the logs didn't bore you too much. I almost fell asleep writing them. If you'd like something more entertaining, I've made some adjustments to the standard disruptor training program on the holodeck. I think you'll find them interesting. Captain on the bridge!
Die Brücke ist einfach komplett leer. Um diese Zeit. Aber Hauptsache, wir haben ein Holodeck.
Nook Nech! I see you and Kagan kept my ship from blowing up during your watch. Kalis would be proud. I relieve you. Return in 6 hours, Lieutenant. You are dismissed.
Holodeck is initializing. Do not enter. The training program is ready. You may enter now.
Oh Mann, unser dritter Offizier hat einfach voll das Killerspiel produziert. Man würde meinen, das hier wäre der Standard bei den Klingonen.
Any news from the bridge? Will we be preparing for battle soon?
Gegner mit Reflex einer Statue. Ja, das stimmt.
Our disruptors gather dust in the lockers here. We need to find battle, and soon.
I think Captain Sherlock knows something we don't.
I dreamt we hadn't run out of blood wine last week. If only that were true.
The rock that Gino this thing spits out isn't fit for a targ.
It is hard to sleep when we could be in battle at any time.
There's only one worthy human delicacy. It is called haggis.
Have you tried that human drink? Prune juice? It is a warrior's drink.
Wie war das? Schwedische Fleischbällchen hat jede Spezies? Ja, es war zwar B5, aber...
Lieutenant Duran's Parmar works on Kronos. I went through training with him. Great engineer. Terrible gambler.
Whoever programmed the replicator should be shot. It can't make anything close to decent food.
Sherlock the Sigma, we're ready to receive your prisoner.
Acknowledged. We're beaming the piece of Bach-talk to you, now. I recommend you muzzle him. The sound of his voice is irritating.
If he irritates me, I will feed him to my favorite targ, piece by piece. Shields! Raise shields!
Kapla, you're alive. This is First Officer Duran. We have sustained damage from a surprise attack. I need you to motivate the crew and get them back to their posts.
Okay, wow. Ich dachte, also die Cutscene ist tatsächlich, die bricht einfach mal Kanon, weil erstmal hier, es stimmt da nicht überein und vor allem Klingonen haben keine Kisten auf ihren Schiffen.
Today is a good day to die.
So, 2/3 der Leute, mit denen wir gerade gesprochen haben, sind einfach tot. Von Katzen belagern lassen ist eine gute Idee. Aber ich habe jetzt die Tür einfach mal zugemacht, damit Shadow jetzt nicht ständig hier reinkommt.
I am ready to serve with honor for the Empire.
Here is the situation. We took custody of a Federation prisoner from the IKS Segpa. Almost immediately after transport, a Starfleet cruiser showed up and attacked. We took some severe damage, but we were able to get our shields up before they could beam over. They've launched shuttles and have boarded the ships on the lower decks. Our security teams are tied up all over the ship, so I need your help securing the lower deck. Grab a rifle from the armory locker and then make your way to the lower decks. I don't know how they were able to enter our shuttle bay, so check the bodies for anything that can give us a clue as to how they were able to board us. One or two of them might be carrying something useful.
Interact with the officer.
Turbolift zu den Lower Decks. Ja, da muss ich auch mal weiter gucken. Aber sie schaffen es ja nicht mal irgendwie, eine Serie auf einem Streamingdienst zu halten.
This is Captain Jurlik. I have the prisoner you seek, and I do not wish to be captured or killed. I will permit your boarding shuttles to land on my ship in exchange for my release once you have the prisoner. My crew must never learn of this, so arm your boarding parties and expect resistance once you board.
You recovered that message from the Federation borders? My suspicions about our Pataka the Captain have been confirmed. I've been seeing signs of Jurlik's cowardice and incompetence for months now. But finally, this is the proof I need to challenge him. I see that you are near the brig. I want you to talk to the Federation prisoner there. Find out why he is so valuable. And then report back directly to me. Kapla!
The prisoner is still here. Starfleet's rescue attempt has failed.
Something on your mind, Second Officer? You do know your captain's a traitor, right? And now two of you know. That's a start. Tell me, does Duran know about Jurlik's dishonor as well? Well then, I'm guessing you'll be first officer before too long. Can't imagine Duran letting something like that slide.
How do you know so much about our crew, Starfleet?
It's my business to know things. If I were you, I'd check in with soon-to-be Captain Duran. She'll probably want to talk about your promotion.
I'm afraid First Officer Duran is indisposed. Permanently. Report to the bridge at once.
Unless you wish to join her in Stovacor.
Well, I was half right. Congratulations on your promotion, First Officer.
The captain has dishonored himself. You are the next ranking officer. It is your right to challenge him to a duel, to the death. If you defeat him, the ship is yours. Go. You know what must be done.
Er hat einfach total, so Franklin Drake hat hier einfach total die Loki-Vibes.
It took you long enough. Take your station. We have work to do if we are to survive. Well, what are you waiting for? The blessing of Kalis? Do as you're told, or I will find someone who will. Oh, you stand for the crew, eh? You think you can kill me and take my command? Duran was a better warrior than you, and she now sings in Stovacor. You will fare no better, whelp. Think. We fight a war we cannot win. Not even Tukuvma could defeat the Federation. And they were far weaker then. Why should we die for Jimpock's folly? Young fool! I plan on living a long and prosperous life. I give you one last chance. Stand down, or your corpse will be cooling on the deck next to Duran's. What say you? As you wish. I've killed one hero today. Why not litter the deck with the body of another?
Enemy targets on sensors. Personal shield losing power.
Easy. Aber jetzt auf einmal haben wir Butlets.
Well fought! An honorable victory! Under Imperial law, you are now the captain. I will enter the change of command into the record of battle. I am Kagan, son of Kerr. I now take my place as first officer. I serve the captain, but I stand for the crew. Engines and shields are online, sir. Engineering expects to restore our weapons soon. The cloaking device may take a bit longer, however.
Ja, ist das Tutorial.
The Starfleet vessels that attacked us are still in the area, and a Segpa is moving to engage them in battle. There is glory to be found there. What are your orders, Captain?
Congratulations, warrior.
Captain, there is no sign of the Segpa on scanners. We do not know if the Feds destroyed her, but I suggest we not worry about that just yet. Engines and shields are operational, but we need Iridium to facilitate immediate repairs to other systems, and our Iridium stores were lost in the ambush. Fortunately, there are some asteroids in the vicinity that might have what we need.
Increase your speed using E.
Hallo? Spiel, lass mich auf Impuls gehen. Und wieso bewege ich mich jetzt schon wieder nicht, während ich...
Helm, full stop! Captain, I recommend we use the scanners to see if this contains any Iridium. No Iridium on the scanners, but that nearby asteroid field may have what we need.
Spiel, lass mich auf Impuls gehen.
Captain, I recommend using full impulse to reach the asteroid field. Helm, full stop! Captain, I stopped the ship this time, but from now on you'll be responsible for controlling the speed of the ship. We have found several asteroids that contain Iridium, Captain. Weapons are back online. Mashkar, we found some Iridium.
Ist Iridium, also Iridium gehört ja, glaube ich, zur Platin-Gruppe, aber ist das im Weltraum auch selten?
Captain, I'm picking up a Starfleet distress signal. Seems that a frigate looking for us took a hit in a nearby asteroid. What are your orders, Captain?
Mayday, mayday! We are disabled and under attack by the morale we were searching for. Request assistance.
Sir, a Federation repair team just moved in. I suggest we take them out as well.
Müssen noch mal gerade. So.
Captain, the feds are jamming our sensors. We can't get a lock on the SEGPA while they do. We have determined the location of the ships that are jamming us, however. We should eliminate them so we can continue our search for the SEGPA. It will be a tough fight, but the crew hungers for battle. I think we're up for the challenge. Your orders, Captain?
Oh, wie praktisch, dass diese beiden Schiffe keine Schilde haben.
Enemy ships destroyed. Jamming effect neutralized. We are clear to resume our search for the SEGPA, Captain. Your orders?
This is Captain Kagdar of the IKS SEGPA. Where is Captain Jurlek? Ha! Finally! That miserable Toba has been a blight for far too long. Congratulations. May you bring glory to your ship and your house. Speaking of which, do you want to... Patak? My long-range comms are down, so I cannot notify High Command of the situation.
Communications officer, make a report to command. Give them our coordinates, and tell them we are moving to assist the SEGPA in battle. Captain, the Starfleet vessel is hailing us. Do you wish to respond?
Ja, das ist auch so ein Ding. Auch wenn die Herausforderung so. Was hatten wir jetzt, dass unsere Vorgängerin nicht konnte? Wir haben ihn einfach komplett zerlegt.
This is the Federation ship USS Musashi hailing incoming Klingon vessel. Captain Jurlek, what are you... Wait.
Captain,
Where is
Klingon
Captain
Defense
Jurlek?
Force reinforcements are warping in.
Well then, I assume you realize how outgunned you are? I'll cut you the same deal I had with Jurlek. Give us your prisoner, and we'll let...
It looks like Starfleet wants a fight.
You're making a huge mistake.
Geil. Erstmal, wir sind der Main Character und zweitens... Ein Watcher und ein Bird of Prey zusammen gegen eine Galaxie ist jetzt nicht unbedingt einseitig. Ja, super, hat einen Antrieb außer Gefecht gesetzt. So, gerade mal eben ein paar hundert Sternflottenoffiziere auf einmal getötet.
We are going to stay here while repairs are underway. But you need to get that Federation prisoner to Kronos immediately. High Command is expecting him. You probably want to space him by now. I know I did. But that would be a career-ending move for you. Just get him to Kronos.
Congratulations, warrior.
Aber sie haben die Level-Up-Nachricht geändert. Vorher hat es ja Michael Dorn synchronisiert, aber ich erkenne gerade jetzt die Stimme nicht.
So you're the one with my prisoner. Congratulations! We've captured him many times, but no one has ever actually gotten him as far as Kronos before he escaped. He's quite the prize. Beam him down directly to the prison here in First City, and we'll make arrangements for the prisoner transfer. Kronos prison facility out. The prisoner has been received. The prisoner has been received and muzzled. Typical human, in love with the sound of his own voice. Oh, some stuffy bureaucrat tried to reach you here. Word about your promotion has traveled fast, it seems. I suggest you present yourself to the High Council and get the formalities out of the way.
There he is, the hero that brought us a Federation prisoner, the warrior who saved the Segpa, the rightful heir of a starship by right of personal combat. You have done well to start your career. I will be keeping an eye on you and your progress. Now, before you go flying off to find your adventure, there is the matter of your duties as a captain in the Klingon Defense Force. First off, there is the matter of Lieutenant Doran's husband, her Parmach. It is your duty to inform him of her death, as you are now her superior officer, even in death.
We will find Chagrin, Doran's Parmach, working at the exchange.
Das Palpatine-Meme? Hä? Ich meine, es gibt einige Palpatine-Memes, so ist es nicht. Aber der Ort hier hat auch noch ein paar Touch-Ups bekommen.
Greetings! I am Farm, a fully certified banker and financial investor. What can I help you with today?
I watch your career with great interest. Ach so.
Fred. Oh, right. He's one of the maintenance engineers. Make sure One more thing. As a first-time visitor to this exchange, you've qualified for a free sample of our fine merch.
Nausicaan smugglers. They must have known I was all alone in here. Ambushed me. They're pirates, robbing the exchange. Someone must stop them. I'm too injured to...
Aber schon mutig, einfach in der Hauptstadt den Exchange direkt neben der großen Halle anzugreifen. Ja, die Tutorial-Gegner machen wirklich so gut wie keinen Damage. Das war aber auch im Föderation-Tutorial, finde ich, nicht so heftig.
You fight well. You've given me time to recover my strength. But now I must find Majorog and put an end to that miserable Takek's treachery!
Well, tell them, Supreme. Who am I?
Majorog! You're nothing but a smuggling Yintach!
No. Wrong as always. I'm the one who's going to kill you. A real warrior never lets his prey escape.
You dare to challenge a warrior of the Empire? You said you had something to tell me. I understand. She was a true warrior. Tell me, exactly how did she die? It is good you were able to avenge her death, but she failed. I will not have Doran denied entrance to Stovokor because she died at the hands of a traitor. If you would have me, I would join your crew and fight by your side in her name. My talents as an engineer are wasted here in these warehouses. Let me battle worthy foes! You will be a captain worthy of my service. We are being
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
prison war. Something I should know about.
Moment, hier ist der Ausgang.
That prisoner you dropped off escaped with the help of two accomplices. One was a male Orion, and the other a Nausicaan. The Orion caused a commotion, filing a complaint regarding a prisoner transfer that never occurred, and then kept shouting until he managed to distract the entire room. Meanwhile, the Nausicaan made his way into the cell block and shorted out the force field controls. Cameras caught him equipping our Federation prisoner with a holo-emitter disguise. The three then escaped into the city in the aftermath.
Warum ist das mein Problem?
This isn't the first time we've captured this prisoner. You're the only warrior who's managed to get him as far as Kronos. Your previous success has been noted, and so you are to track down this fugitive and return him once more. Get to it! Security cameras caught the trio heading north before they were lost in the crowd. You are to search there for any witnesses that may lead us to their hiding location. I don't care what this prisoner knows. He's been more trouble than his value to intelligence. If he happens to die during capture, there will not be an inquiry.
I think I know where we can start looking for the criminals. The Chamber of Judgment is nearby, close to the Lake of Fire. An old judge I know likes to sit near the lake between trials. He might have seen something, and he's no friend to criminals. If he saw them, he will be happy to bring them to justice. The Lake of Fire is just outside of the exchange. With luck...
Ja, wir sind sogar direkt schon viel weiter gelaufen, als wir mussten.
Look, Nick, if you've come to try and curry my favor in the courtroom, you're wasting your time and risking my wrath. Curious. I did see such a trio recently, but thought little of it. On reflection, the human was garbed in a heavy cloak, perhaps to conceal his prison uniform. Indeed, they headed north, then west. They may have sought one of the tailors there to acquire new clothes to disguise themselves.
Head west from the courtyard and down the stairs to the tailor.
The stranger with the Orion and Nausicaan? Yes, they were just here. They made a quick purchase and then made their way to the bar to the west. Speaking of new clothes, I could outfit you and your crew in the latest in Klingon fashion for the right price. Come see me anytime.
Klingonische Mode. Ja, nein, danke. Wenn klingonische Mode die Lösung ist, dann will ich mein Problem zurück.
What can I get you? Ah, yes, them. They asked about another Orion. A fixer named Garat, then headed downstairs. Syndicate business, I'm guessing. Anyway, their business, not mine.
A stranger, an Orion, and a Nausicaan. Reminds me of a joke I heard once. Then again, perhaps this isn't the time for such things. You know, I did see such a group. They went into the back rooms, right over there, behind those doors. Always happy to help warriors of the Empire with anything they might need.
Das ist offensichtlich keine Falle, nein. Geh einfach in die Backrooms.
That is a suspiciously new console for an old building.
Mich interessiert gerade, geht der Cooldown vom Sekundärfeuer auch runter, wenn ich die Waffe wechsle? Ja, Tatsache. Ich frage mich, ob man theoretisch, wenn man ständig seine Waffe wechselt, seinen Schadensoutput erhöhen könnte. Aber wahrscheinlich hast du dann das Problem mit Input-Lag.
Looks like the spies have set incendiary devices to cover their tracks. We should disable these in case they are set to ignite later. Let's resume our search for the human criminal. That room in the back looks like a good place to start.
You're too late. You may have defused the bombs, but your quarry is long gone.
Wie nett von ihm, dass er hier geblieben ist und uns das sagt.
He's not talking. Probably trained to withstand torture. We're not going to get anywhere with this one.
KDF security is on their way. They can take this Bachtag to the infirmary.
Oh, und einfach dieser maximale Disrespekt, ne?
According to the logs, the last transport was to the shipyard in orbit above Kronos. If we don't hurry, our prisoner could easily secure passage out of the system. I recommend we go to the shipyard at once. We need to make our way to the transporter pad to beam to the shipyard, Captain.
Das heißt hier du wieder. Ja, ich wieder.
You're interested in buying a slightly used ship? Oh yes, just minutes ago. I sold him a shuttle. He seemed in a rush to leave. Didn't think anything of it. I assume he's wanted by the KDF? Lucky for you, I kept a copy of the transponder code of the shuttle he just bought. And I will give it to you at no charge.
Und wir gehen einfach nicht davon aus, dass es auch einfach abgesprochen sein könnte, dass er uns einen falschen Code gibt oder so.
In fact, since you're going after such a dangerous fugitive, let me throw in this technical manual. The spec should help your tactical officer to be able to eke some better performance out of your ship. Just to show you which side I'm on. Kapla! And glory to the Empire, right?
Captain, we found the transponder signal. Standing by to beam you aboard and begin pursuit.
So, aber ich möchte nicht mit dem Billo Bird of Prey fliegen. So, das hier wird wahrscheinlich der einzige sein, bei dem ich das mache. Bei den anderen lohnt es sich nicht. Aber hier ist einfach der D7 drin. Genau, hier, das, genau, damit bekommen wir direkt auf Level 65 und der D7 wird für den gesamten Account freigeschaltet. So, es hieß aber, es kann sein, dass man dann einmal reloggen muss. Moment, steht hier, ob ich auch irgendwo. Ja. Ach was, es geht sogar nur einmal pro Account, stelle ich fest. Ja gut, es macht Sinn wegen dem D7, aber dass man... Ich frag mich, ob man gerade auch nur das Leveln, ob man das inzwischen auch... Ob man das auch mehrmals holen kann. Moment, wir gehen mal kurz auf Change Character. Bin ich jetzt blöd? Legendary KDF Bundle. Es stand überall drin, dass das schon mal... Dass es schon mal sein kann, dass das dann nicht sofort triggert. Das ist jetzt die romulanische Variante. Nee, das ist das Elite Starter Pack. Hä? Aber wie claim ich das denn jetzt? Das ist normalerweise packt ihr nichts Sachen automatisch in die Accountbank. Die Top Selling, okay. Nee, mach ich auch nur bei dem Charakter hier, weil es sich bei ihm jetzt einfach angeboten hat. Aber wo ist denn... Hier, Top Selling Items Tab. Auf die Items Tab in... Aber... Also dann theoretisch ja hier. Da. Leute, ist das kompliziert.
Congratulations, General.
Ja, ist ja... Okay, das Spiel flippt gerade total aus. Boah, direkt sogar Mark 14 Zeug. Das ist nicht übel.
Congratulations! You have proven yourself to be a strong warrior.
Ja, ja, okay, okay. Wir sind jetzt einfach der Giga-Chat. Das heißt, wir müssen jetzt erstmal sortieren. So, ganz ehrlich, die Billo-Offiziere will eh keiner haben. Ding ist, ja, hier, also das hat mich auch schon beim anderen Charakter gestört. Man wird ständig angerufen, wenn man irgendwo noch so eine Wahl offen hat. So, Projected Stasis Beam. Huch, nein! Genau das wollte ich nicht.
I'm disappointed he was able to get off Kronos. There is work.
Wo ist die Schiffswerft? So, da. Das heißt, das nehmen wir jetzt einfach mal um. Und dann packt er uns einfach irgendwelchen Müll hier rein. So, so theoretisch können wir, glaube ich... Hier dürfen wir aber nicht kaufen, weil... Okay, weil es nicht die TOS-Variante ist. Das ist natürlich kacke. Ich hatte eigentlich gehofft, ihn als TOS-Charakter dann fliegen zu können. Oder das nächstbeste, was man an einen TOS-Klingonen haben kann. Huch, nein, ich möchte das... Hier, geschützt, bitte. So, dann auch direkt ein Singularity Core, für den Fall, dass wir ein Warbird fliegen wollen. Aber dass man nicht mehrere Items markieren und drunter ziehen kann, ist extrem nervig. So, dann Brückenoffiziere. So, jetzt muss ich es aber, glaube ich, nochmal bestätigen. Ja. Wo sind jetzt die Brückenoffiziere, die ich gerade bekommen habe? Okay, gut. Ich dachte schon. Okay, die haben sogar direkt alle Fähigkeiten. Wo ist Angriffsmuster Beta? Und dann haben wir hier Tactical Team. Ach Mensch, den brauchen wir ja sogar hier gar nicht. Dann machen wir einmal diesen hier. Das Problem ist, dass die Fähnrich-Fähigkeiten so komplett... ja, das ist ein bisschen useless. Also es sind Sachen, mit denen man ins Endgame starten kann. Also Mark 14 Ultra Rare, das sind sehr gute Platzhalter auf jeden Fall. Ach du Scheiße. Treibungsgranate, Bewegungsbeschleuniger, Plasmagranate, Kampfstrategien. Schwerfeuer. Sweeping Strikes, ja komm. Dann haben wir hier Space Consoles. Oh. Dann geben sie einfach einem direkt so einen Müll. So, die sind direkt voll ausgerüstet. Sehr schön. Also normalerweise bei den Wissenschaftskonsolen zum Beispiel, aber dazu werden wir keinen Zugriff haben, dafür bräuchten wir Flotte. Weil, wenn sich da nichts Gravierendes geändert hat, sind wahrscheinlich immer noch die Botschaftskonsolen für die meisten Zwecke Meta und ansonsten halt die aus dem Labor. Was soll das hier sein? Okay, ja, dann nehmen wir mal noch die Geschichte hier dazu. Das Ding ist, mehr als 2 von denen lohnt sich halt auch nicht. Weil Diminishing Returns und so. Huch, nein. Ach, jetzt auf einmal geht das. So, Spiel. Willst du mir vielleicht mal verraten, wieso du mir jetzt nur 4 Disruptorbänke gibst? Wo ich mindestens mal 7 bräuchte. Ja, ich versuche halt jetzt natürlich aus dem, was mir hier gegeben wurde, irgendwie was zu stricken. Wir brauchen aber eigentlich nochmal mindestens eine... Wir brauchen nochmal 2 Disruptorbänke. Das heißt, Moment, wir müssen mal kurz... Wir wechseln mal kurz. Die Meta ist aber auch seit Jahren gleich, weil... Also die wissen genau, was Meta ist. Das ist, die füttern das. Ja, Moment. Nicht der kann nicht craften. Ich brauche einen Charakter, der craften kann. Das heißt, wir müssen erstmal noch die hier vorbereiten. So, das fuckt auch ein bisschen ab. Man wird ständig wegen irgendwelcher Missionen angerufen. Boah, warte. Doch, ich kann. Ich habe nur einfach nicht genug Dilithium auf dem anderen Charakter, aber ich kann ihm die hier geben. Das Problem ist nur, die sind wahrscheinlich bound to character. Das heißt, ich muss erstmal ja, Character bind on Pickup. Habe ich auf meinen Dilithium-Sklaven noch irgendwie Zeug? Ja, 73.000. So, das heißt... Wir wollen einmal...
Funny seeing you.
So, das ist ein Kaufangebot, was niemals passieren wird. Ich hoffe nur, das Ding ist, das aktuelle Event hat als Belohnung... Moment, wo ist es? Die Waffen, die wir aus der Motion Picture Era kennen, diese Pulsphaser. Die Frage ist halt nur, wie viele sind da drin? Reicht das, um ein Schiff komplett auszustatten? Weil sonst sind das halt Lockbox-Waffen. So, hier sind auch nochmal 60.000.
Greeting.
So, und hier haben wir auch nochmal 61.000.
Greetings. I am
Time is short.
So, wenn ich jetzt nämlich diese Kaufangebote auf dem... Nee, das Zeug wird nicht gleich rausgekauft, weil der aktuelle Wechselkurs von Dilithium zu Zen ist 500 und für 25 Dilithium kriegst du keinen Zen. Wirst du nie kriegen. Das ist der Mindest-Exchange. Moment. Hier, damit tausche ich praktisch Dilithium in Premium-Währung und da. Der Preis ist im Moment auf Max. Wenn ich jetzt nämlich diese Angebote hier cancel, dann geht das alles hier rein. Und dann kann ich es auf den Charakter hier ziehen. So, Frage, reicht das? 45.000. Ich brauche mindestens mal 6 Stück. Ich brauche nur irgendwas, womit ich es testen kann. Pass auf, ich teste es gerade mal erstmal mit einer Waffe. Wobei, warte, stopp. Wollen wir vorne und hinten Torpedos? Das ist eigentlich überhaupt nicht optimal. Also eigentlich will man gar keine Torpedos haben, aber ich finde immer so mindestens ein Torpedo ist halt irgendwie schon so ein Alibi-mäßig. Und Energiewaffen stapeln ja auch nicht unbegrenzt wegen ihrem Energieverbrauch. Also ich glaube, die 8. Waffe bringt sowieso nicht wirklich viel. Wo ist unser... Da, Customized Ship. So, das ist unser D7. Das wäre der Refit. Ah, die romulanische Variante, auch schön. Also, sorry, das hier sieht einfach aus wie... Ich meine, ja, es ist seriengetreu, aber es sieht einfach aus wie ein Stück Plastik. Das fand ich aber auch schon bei der OG Conny nicht gut. So, wenn wir jetzt... Moment. Moment, da brauchen wir einen besseren Blick auf vorne. Ja, es harmoniert sonst einfach auch gar nicht so wirklich. So, komm, wir haben hier eine Personal Endeavor. Das heißt, wir können ja mal kurz zu Testzwecken. Komm, eine Runde Infected. Oh, wir müssen noch skillen. Hilfe. So, erstmal Energiewaffen. Dann Höhlenpanzerung, Damage Control. Auf jeden Fall brauchen wir die beiden wieder. So, dann haben wir hier nämlich so einen wichtigen Skill, Long Range Targeting Senders, weil normalerweise verlierst du halt Schaden, je weiter du vom Gegner weg bist. Das heißt, das ist jetzt im Prinzip einfach plus Damage. So, dann Sector Space Travel. Batterie-Expertise. Irgendwie kriegt man im Moment keinen Infected zum Laufen, ne? So, und dann hier offensiv. Ah, ich wollte schon sagen.
The situation is grim. There's more. Begin. Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available.
Okay, ja, ist genau die Waffe, die ich haben wollte.
Your defensive capabilities are unable to withstand us. Lower your shields and await assimilation.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available. The nanite probes can repair the transformers. Stop them!
Target shields have failed.
Probe is closing in on a transformer. Destroy it!
Bei Infected merkt man auch einfach schon, wie durchoptimiert das hier ist. Das ist eine der ältesten, ja, was heißt Raids, ne? Aber eine der ältesten PvE-Missionen.
A probe is closing in on a transformer. Destroy it! Probe is closing in on a transformer. Destroy it!
Ja, Schilde sind für den Arsch.
A probe is closing in on a transformer. Destroy it!
Habe ich aber in der Review auch schon angerissen, dass Schilde müssten, glaube ich, mindestens doppelt so stark sein, wenn nicht sogar noch mehr, um irgendwie überhaupt mit Hülle einigermaßen mitzuskalieren. Okay, das ist kein Tech-Cube mehr. Ich meine, das wäre ein taktischer Kubus früher gewesen. Aber die Kuben hier am Anfang haben sie auch mit Assimilatoren ausgetauscht. Jetzt, wo sie dieses Schiff auch haben und dadurch ein bisschen mehr verschiedene Größenordnungen bei Borg-Schiffen zur Verfügung haben. Also alles in Armor reindonnern. Nee, alles in Damage reindonnern. Also das Ding ist, Sterben hat im Grunde keine Auswirkungen.
You will be Borg.
So, jetzt haben wir nur gerade da oben die Schiffe vergessen.
Sensors confirm that the transwarp conduit has been destroyed.
So, das heißt, wir wissen jetzt, was wir wissen wollten. Ne, wir wollen wieder zum Dilithium Store. So, das heißt, das haut noch nicht hin. Brauchen mindestens mal noch ein mehr. Das heißt, wir müssen nochmal gerade irgendwo die Lithium rüberziehen. So, das heißt, wir machen nochmal den hier. Canceln das. Holen das rüber. Dann holen wir nochmal 2 von den. So, aber ich upgrade die jetzt mal noch nicht. So, auf geht's.
From the heart of Kronos to the frozen wastes of Ruripenthe, Klingons have built an empire that values strength, honor, and skill in combat. To be Klingon is to be a warrior. Fight well, live with honor, die with a blade in your hand. If you can do these things, you will live forever in the stories and songs of the Empire.
Captain, the warp trail ends here. What are your orders? Captain, we've begun the scans. We'll start at a range of 5 kilocams and work our way out from there.
Captain, I recommend modifying the navigational beacons in this system to amplify our efforts in locating the prisoner. Beacon modified. Nothing yet. We should modify another beacon. got him! Establishing a communication link now.
You? I am impressed. I thought Doran was the right choice for command, but apparently even I can be wrong. The KDF will do well with you in their ranks. You have the tenacity of a rabid targ. As much as I might deserve to rot in a Klingon jail cell and be interrogated to within an inch of my life on a daily basis, I have unfinished business. It's time I was going. I don't doubt that you would. However, I always have an escape plan. I've planted a tiny subroutine in all Starfleet computers. If any vessel arrives in the Boreth system, their sensors will pick up distress beacons from dozens of destroyed Starfleet starships. In addition, when we started this conversation, I sent out a few false maydays from these phantom vessels. Ships are already responding. You've proven yourself to be a skilled warrior already, so I'm sure you know that Kalis said it was acceptable to lose a battle to save an empire, or a ship. I suggest you leave before Starfleet arrives.
Captain, we're being hailed by one of the Starfleet vessels.
Klingon bird of prey, power down your weapons and shields, and prepare to be boarded.
Wir sind kein Bird of Prey.
Our sensors are detecting several Federation distress beacons in this area. This trap is obviously your handiwork. Surrender now, or we will be forced to open fire. The beacons are as plain as... curious. They are no longer transmitting. Engineering, run a level 3 diagnostic on the sensors. I extend my apologies. We did not intend to violate Klingon space. We will be leaving now, if you will allow it.
Das finde ich... So, wir haben zwei Optionen. Sind beide im Grunde identisch. Weißt du, wir können sie nicht einfach gehen lassen, nein.
Rest assured that whomever tricked us here will be found and punished. On that, you have my word as a Starfleet officer.
Okay, die treten uns ein bisschen in den Arsch. WTF. Also ich weiß jetzt nicht, ob wir Lied gestellt haben, aber das ist heftig gerade. Gut, wenn jetzt natürlich die Fregatten schon einfach 600k haben. Ja, guckt euch das an, was für Bullet Sponges das sind. Wieso kann ich das... Ich wollte schon sagen, so. Jetzt auf Advanced runtergehen.
Captain, the warp trail...
Captain, I recommend modifying the navigational beacons in this system to amplify our efforts in locating the prisoner. Beacon modified. Nothing yet. We should modify another beacon. Got him! Establishing a communication link now.
Klingon, our sensors are detecting several... The beacons are as plain as... I extend my apologies. Rest assured...
Ja, und jetzt haben sie einfach ein Sechstel ihrer vorherigen Gesundheit. Ah, ich glaube, das sind, glaube ich, gar nicht die TOS-Waffen, weil es fast vom Sound her nicht. Das sind, glaube ich, die Discovery-Version, aber sei es drum.
Attention, Klingon ships. We are here on a rescue operation.
Warning, ship is under attack.
We wish to resolve this issue, but we will defend ourselves if we must.
Below 25%. Shields have failed.
Ich erinnere mich, wieso keine Sau Mission auf einer höheren Schwierigkeit als normal spielt. Nur zur Info, das Teil sollen wir normalerweise mit unserem Billow Bird of Prey töten. Also... Ich meine, das ist natürlich jetzt auf Level 60 skaliert, aber... Also so wie wir es gerade erleben, ist im Grunde das, was man eigentlich, wenn es einigermaßen in Universe plausibel sein soll, mit seinem Bird of Prey erleben müsste.
Captain, there's another contact on the scanners. How many ships did Starfleet have in our sector?
Rear shields failing. Four shields failing. Target shields have failed. Hull integrity below 50%. Hull integrity below 25%.
Ja, die hier sind auf Mark 12 im Grunde. Aber normal ist das nicht.
We're ready to leave the system on your command. It is unfortunate that the prisoner has eluded your search. That said, you did uncover a Federation spy nest in the heart of First City. We've deciphered their infiltration techniques and are cracking down on their spy network within the Empire. One of my prison guards was impressed with your tenacity and asked to be reassigned to your crew. You would be wise to accept it.
There is work to do.
We have identified the Federation prisoner you've been chasing. His name is Franklin Drake. Some of our sources say he's a Starfleet intelligence agent, but there are hints that he's much more. From what I can tell, he's not part of the normal chain of command. Previously, we didn't have any images or genetic samples from him, which is why he was so hard to identify. Now, we'll be on him the second he shows his face again.
We already have a lead for you to follow. Records indicate a Klingon shuttle entered space above the Rurapenthe penal colony. That system is restricted, and there was no traffic scheduled for today. You are authorized by the High Council to approach the system and determine if Drake is there. Bring him back alive, if you can.
There is...
Ja, wir sind ganz schön schnell. Können wir ein paar Schmuggelware bei der Gelegenheit abgreifen? Moment. Wollt ihr mir gerade sagen, dass sich im Rurapenthe-System dieser erdähnliche Planet befindet und ihr kolonisiert dann die Eiswüste?
This is Warden Katak of the Rurapenthe Penal Colony. You do not have authorization to land. Turn back now. Any attempt to violate our security perimeter will be met with force.
Ich verletze gleich noch was ganz anderes.
Our authorization comes from Chancellor Jimpak himself. It is unwise to stand in the way of his representatives. Unless, of course, you'd like to become a resident of your own prison.
My apologies, Kalekanes. I am honored to meet you. What do representatives of the High Council seek at Rurapenthe?
Moment, da ist ein Bot.
There are no Federation corps on Rurapenthe. Fed and coddled like infants.
It appears the spy is as good at getting into prisons as he is at escaping them. Check your sensor logs, Warden. He is here, somewhere.
Our security logs are checked every quarter hour as per regulations. There have been no transfers in or out of the colony within the last day. Only 2 ships have entered the system today. Yours and a Klingon shuttle. The shuttle left the system hours ago. You are still here.
Your arrogance is tiresome, Warden. Produce your sensor logs at once.
Our logs clearly indicate the shuttle left the system hours ago. There have been no transfers. All prisoners in this colony are either accounted for or dead. Your trail has gone cold.
Ready to beam down on your command, Captain. There is a magnetic field covering the entire penal colony to prevent prisoners from escaping via transporter. We'll have to beam down to the outskirts of the magnetic field and walk to the entrance.
Warte, was sind das für Ladezeiten schon wieder?
Halt! Where do you think you are going? You may have crossed the magnetic shield, but your visit is unannounced, and you will follow protocol. No one simply wanders around this prison. I will escort you to the warden. You will follow me.
Oh boy, NPCs, die extra langsam laufen. My favorite.
Warden, the visitors are here. I can see them, Rogas. Your presence here is unnecessary. The only Federation citizens on Rurapente are frozen into the ice. But don't let me dissuade you from your manhunt. My guards will stay where they are. If there was a breach, it would have tripped the alarms. Our security system is quite advanced. This is a prison, after all. But please, examine the security system for yourself. If you refuse to accept the word of the prison's warden, that is. You dare to question the honor of a warrior of the House of Torg? You may be representatives of Jempak, but you'll taste my blade if you insult me again. Go, see for yourself. You'll only find the Patak dumped here to rot.
Follow me to the general holding area. Take one of the jackal mastiffs with you to sniff out treachery.
Interrogate the prisoners, Captain. One of them may have spotted the fugitive.
Okay, hier geht's nicht weiter. Und zum Glück müssen wir nicht auf den Dude warten.
Ain't smart asking questions down here. You might not like the answers.
Snitches get stitches. I don't know. Does the human have any food?
Was für eine Spezies soll er denn sein?
Don't talk to me. Got anything to trade?
I believe someone is following you, Captain. Turn around.
None of these prisoners will help you. They can sense danger far better than you can. And they know the risks of getting involved in a fight that's not theirs. Because I'm not a Patak like the Warden and his cousin. Have you asked yourself, why would a human come to Rura Pente? The human is here to extract a prisoner. There are no other alternatives. If he was coming to kill someone, then he's a Koch. All he needed to do was wait. Everyone sent to this hole dies. Most are dead within a year. Are you questioning my honor? If you think you're safe because you hold a weapon, you're mistaken. The only thing standing between you and a cold grave is my patience. Someday I'll teach you a lesson for testing my resolve. The human is here, but it is a complicated situation. You must do exactly as I say. We are surrounded by enemies, and you will need my help to survive. The only crime I've committed was thinking there could be peace between the great houses. And all you need to know is that I am a Klingon warrior with the information you need. Follow me, and I will take you to the one the prisoners call the Worm. The Worm is over by the mine entrance.
Schon wieder durch die Gegend durchbeleidigen, natürlich. Klingonen sind aber auch immer sofort offended.
There you are. I was wondering if I'd lost you.
Don't try to play coy with us. You have the subterfuge skills of a wounded tar. Did you think no one here would notice a new prisoner? Or that no one would notice when you tampered with the air exchanges?
I see you've found a new friend. Look, if I had the time to explain, I would. But I'm on a tight schedule, and you took your time getting here. If you want to know what's really going on, you'll have to ask your new friend. I need to be going.
Follow him! He's running for the surface!
Enemy targets on sensors. Flanking damage detected.
Ich hatte doch vorhin eine Fähigkeit, die mich schneller macht. Wo habe ich die hingepackt?
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
Hurry! We have to stop him!
Klar, der Respawn-Punkt ist natürlich jetzt ewig weit weg.
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
Warum bist du gerade weg? Es sind mir einige Gefangene hinterhergelaufen, weil man natürlich dem Typen hinterherläuft mit einem Gewehr.
The worm has slithered to the surface. We need to stop him before he can reach the edge of the magnetic shield. The human is trying to cross the ice. We need to hurry before he gets outside the magnetic shield. In that case, we don't have any time to waste. It will be difficult to track his movements in this flurry. Those were wild jackals. Keep a lookout for more. They travel in packs.
How can they survive on the surface?
They must feed on the corpses of dead prisoners.
Kemtar, you said you would explain why you were thrown into Rurapente.
I am a diplomat. My peaceful words were called treason.
How can there be peace? We are at war!
You've clearly never read the works of Chancellor Gorkal. Now, let me ask you a question. How can we win a war if we can't stop fighting one another?
Honor must be upheld.
The words of a warrior. Still, killing one another for honor blinds us to greater threats.
Das ist einfach so 0815 Klingonen-Dialog. Und vor allem, das sind die, die raushaben, dass wir von den Undinen unterwandert werden.
There he is!
Impressive. Your determination is commendable. There's more at stake here than dealing with a lone human on a mission of mercy. In fact, our intelligence says you have very little time left to act. Our friend here discovered that one of the great houses is plotting against the Empire. He's correct, but his curiosity cost him. Now you and Kemtar, will both have a chance for glory. Kemtar, your father still has friends in the Federation. They believe he's in great danger. I recommend a trip to the Vor system. There you'll find out just how big of a mess you're in, and find the proof that Worf will want.
I don't. He and I have never met. But as I told you, the story is complicated. What you need to know is that he speaks the truth. There is a plot against the Empire, and it is not the Federation's doing. Our true enemies are closer than we realize. If we want to protect our people, we must go to the Vor system and see what is there.
I don't care if you trust me. Kemtar, tell your father that obligations have been met. Only you can decide how you'll deal with the greater threat.
The only threat you should be worried about is me. You're a miserable Karut. Not only have you broken penal colony protocol, but you've meddled in the affairs of House Torg. I don't care if Kemtar is innocent. We were paid a great deal of latinum to keep this piece of Bakhtach locked up.
That's my cue to exit. Good luck.
Hallo? Ich sag ja, der Jank findet uns. Hallo? Ja, wo kommst du denn jetzt her?
If Rogaz could find us, we can expect more guards soon. You must have a ship in orbit. We should beam up as soon as possible and discuss what has happened.
We read you, Captain. What are your orders? We can't get a lock on your position, Captain. You must still be within range of the magnetic field. We will bring the ship down to the surface to pick you up, Captain.
If we head for higher ground, it will be easier for your ship. Look up ahead. The Warden and the guards are approaching.
You dishonorable dog! When the High Council hears what Jempok's representatives have done here today, they will order your immediate execution!
Enough to keep us warm long after you're dead. We get paid whether Kemtar lives or dies. So before I kill you, I'll offer you the coward's choice of surrender. What am I forgetting, Tosha?
Ist zwar nicht unser Schiff, aber okay.
A fitting end to a band of dishonorable fools. I trust you're ready to leave this freezing, miserable place, Captain. In many ways, I think Rurapente is worse than Gretor itself.
Ja, Gretor ist auch nur die Hölle. Rurapente ist ein Arbeitslager. Natürlich ist es schlimmer.
What would we possibly find there? Whatever is there, it is a threat to the Klingon Empire. We must find evidence to show the Council.
Transporter room is standing by.
Your report on Warden Kratak and the prison riot was disturbing. I have transferred many prisoners to Urapenthe, and this is the first I've heard of corruption. As you know, the Empire does not tolerate fraud or dishonesty. I accept your resolution to the matter, but I am displeased that you did not apprehend Drake. The fact you freed Kimtar also requires scrutiny. If Kimtar were not Ambassador Worf's son, I would demand that you return him to First City at once. However, if you believe there's evidence of further corruption, you have my authorization to pursue this matter discreetly.
During my time as ambassador, I uncovered evidence that one of the great houses has been corrupted by a foreign influence and is plotting against the Empire. I was thrown into Urapenthe as punishment for digging too close to the truth. The fugitive Drake suggested that we travel to the Vor system. We hope to find evidence that will prove there is an internal threat to the Empire.
Also irgendwie ist es heute ziemlich mau mit den Marauding Assignments.
Captain, we've entered the Vor system. There's a starbase in orbit dead ahead. Huh. It's one of ours, but the record's listed as a research facility operated by Uridian scientists.
The Uridians are not known for their scientific prowess, but the research station is listed as a protected asset. According to your ship's computer, the Uridians have a trade agreement with a human scientist named Amar Singh. He is working with someone in the Empire on a genetic research project. It's unclear what Drake expected us to find here.
This is Research Facility Logner Beta 3. I am Plardos Yarden, commander of the station. With whom am I speaking? We weren't informed there would be visitors today. How may we serve the Empire?
Commander Plardos, you will provide this ship's computer access to all recent station communication logs. You will also transmit a manifest of shipments and supply delivery receipts for the last month.
Well, this is unexpected. You do realize that we have an agreement with your government and Dr. Singh. Our research is highly classified. You do have some sort of official order granting permission to view these records?
A high-yield reason. Mm-hmm.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Message sent.
Why are you attacking us? Please, we are not your enemy. You're completely mad. This is a top security installation. You don't have authorization to access our records. We're filing a formal complaint. Of course we're hiding something. We're conducting classified research. That's why you are not authorized to access station records. You do understand the concept of top secret, don't you? This is preposterous. We refuse to hand over top secret information without proper authorization. We will defend ourselves, if necessary.
They've powered up defensive cannons and launched small craft.
Wir stellen uns aber auch gerade ziemlich smart an.
The station commander sent a distress signal. A ship is responding. Captain, Romulan warbird on sensors. Captain, the Romulans are hailing us.
We received a distress call from this station. We are here to provide assistance. Station Commander Plardos sounded distressed. He mentioned a disagreement with a Klingon vessel. It would be dishonorable of us not to investigate. We appreciate the delicate nature of the situation. Would you mind if we spoke with the station? Perhaps we could resolve any misunderstanding.
I find this very suspicious. Why would Romulans respond to a distress call here?
The Romulans hailed the station on an open frequency, and then immediately switched to an encrypted channel. The Romulan ship hasn't raised shields. What are they up to?
I don't need to remind you that we're in Klingon territory. The fact that these Romulans are here at all could be the clue we need.
Captain, the station has transported several crates of goods to the Romulans.
Commander Plardos has explained the situation. It sounds as if there's been a Miscommunication. The foolish bravado of the Klingon Empire. Attacking your own station and then accusing us of wrongdoing. I should have expected something like this. Very well. We'll communicate in terms you can understand.
Langweilige Konversation, also okay, machen wir es halt so.
More Romulan ships dropping out of warp! Interesting. One of the Romulans is firing on the other. The other Romulan ship could belong to those rebels we've been hearing about.
This is Commander Telek of the Romulan Republic. We are here to cooperate with the Klingon Empire.
Left shield failing. Target shield has failed. Hull integrity below 50%. 4 shields failing.
The Romulan Republic is thankful for your assistance. We had tracked the Tal Shiar to this system, but we would have been outmatched without your aid. The Romulan Republic faces many challenges, but conflict with the Klingon Empire should not be one of them. As a gesture of good faith, I'll share with you information that you might find to be of value. We believe Tal Shiar agents are collaborating with operatives in the Klingon Empire to steal weaponry and technology. We have uncovered large supplies of Klingon weapons on the planet Nimbus 3 that we believe are being stockpiled there by agents of the Empress. The stolen goods are being transferred through several facilities in the local sector, including this science station. The shipping manifests on the supply crates and the weapons themselves. By tracking the flow of goods, we've learned that there are agents in the Klingon Empire transferring stolen supplies to the Tal Shiar. Those supplies are being stockpiled on Nimbus 3. If you will help track down the source of those weapons, we will share our data with you. Transferring the data now. We expect the Klingon Empire to track down the source of these stolen goods and punish those responsible before more weapons fall into the wrong hands. If we discover any further information, we will notify the Empire's ambassador on Mol Rihan.
Please listen to me. We were only following protocol. We must ensure that our research doesn't fall into the wrong hands. We didn't know the shipments we were transferring were stolen. I was told that the crates were medical supplies needed on the war front. We didn't ask questions. Please, show mercy. We were only doing what we were ordered to do. Due to present circumstances, we will forego normal security authorization and provide the files you have requested. We live to serve the Empire.
We've received the data that Kemtar requested, Captain. It will take some time to analyze these files and track the source of the shipments. In the meantime, we are prepared to leave the system on your command.
Your officers have analyzed the shipping logs from the research facility. Their findings confirm what the Romulan Republic officer told us. Someone has been routing technology and weapons to the Tal Shiar, and they are going to great lengths to cover their tracks. An operation of this magnitude would require the resources of one of the houses. But the shipments are being routed in such a way to conceal their point of origin. Our evidence is circumstantial. It was my eagerness to point fingers without proof that landed me in Urapenthe in the first place. We must exercise patience and wait for our prey to reveal themselves. My father is Ambassador Worf. He has many friends and many enemies. I tried to convince him that one of the houses was moving in the shadows against us. He either didn't believe me or didn't care. Either way, he made his decision when he refused to act after I was sent to Urapenthe. His pride is a weakness our enemy will try to exploit. You can try, but we must be prepared if he doesn't. We should at least warn him of the danger, even if he refuses to see the knife at his throat.
So, das ist dann der Teil, wo uns das Spiel dann auch aufmerksam macht, dass Worf im Spiel ist. Hier. Der Kreis ist ein bisschen off-center.
Perhaps. First, tell me who you are. Greetings. How may I assist you? That is an odd request. We stand in the courtyard of the Great Hall, and honor has no need of secrecy. If you cannot speak your mind in this place, then I have no desire to hear what you have to say. That is not my son's name. If Kemtar wishes to talk, tell him to come and speak to me. I will not communicate through intermediaries. He is the only one in danger, unless you have been foolish enough to listen to his tales. But you have already made that mistake. If you have spoken to him, then you have been to Urapenthe. I am Gintok to the House of Martok. Lady Sela has declared vengeance on the House of Jimpok. It would not surprise me if all the great houses wish me dead. Tell my son that I am capable of defending myself. Romulans? That does not make sense. Jimpok's position towards the Federation and the Tal Shiar is very clear. And in this, he has my house's full support. It would be foolish for any house to make such a connection. However, I would not be surprised to hear you mention the House of Duras. And that is exactly the sort of accusation that landed my son in a penal colony. Tell Kemtar that unless he has proof, he should stay silent. If he is a fugitive from Urapenthe, he will only make his situation worse. I do not want to know any more about what you two are plotting.
Has Worf agreed to speak to us? What name I use is not important. Did you tell him what we've learned? Did you tell him the Romulans are involved? Given their history, I've considered the possibility that the House of Duras might be involved. Is he at least willing to review our evidence? Yaja! He is a stubborn old man and he is going to get himself killed. Agreed. If the Jinn talk to House Martok will not listen, we will take our concerns to the house itself. Martok's son Drex is off-world. I will contact Lady Sela and arrange a meeting. These events are very disturbing. They paint a picture of a large conspiracy against prominent houses of the Empire. I will work with my contacts to see what else I can learn. And I will notify you when I have enough leads to further our investigation.
Spiel.
Sela, Lady of the House of Martok, has requested that you meet her at the House Estate in the Ketha Lowlands. She did not explain why she wanted to see you, but I expect that she has some tasks she would like completed. The House of Martok has lost much prestige since I took the Chancellor's seat. But they still have many allies among the KDF, and I am loath to reject Serilla's request without a good reason. Gaining the favor of the House of Martok could serve you well, but remember, they have many enemies. I harbor no ill towards Serilla, but do not get caught up in her vengeance against me. It would not be in your best interest. Serve the...
The estate of House Martok. It has been too long. After Gowron stripped my house of its titles and lands, this place became my home. I will defend it and House Martok to my final breath. Come, Lady Serela waits for us ahead. Believe me when I say it is unwise to keep her waiting.
Welcome. I will skip the usual pleasantries. We have serious matters to discuss. The House of Martok has many enemies. Some of them seek to curry favor with Gempok, or the House of Duras, by striking at us. Until now, most of these attacks have been little more than a nuisance. But now we know that an enemy may be plotting to assassinate Worf, and my grandson, Maven, may also be a target. The filthy Baktag willing to carry out such dishonorable attacks must be stopped. And so, I ask you to find these assassins and eliminate them.
Any threat to House Martok will be dealt with, my lady. On that, you have my word as a warrior. Where is Maven now?
He is on his way to the Batleth tournament on Forcus 3 with your father. Worf assured me that he would handle security matters during the trip, but that was before you reported your findings to me. Before you go, I have another concern. Our local farmers reported seeing a Romulan here recently. Given Kemtar's suspicions of a house collaborating with the Tal Shiar, it seems to be an odd coincidence. We need to know what the Romulan was doing here before you leave for the tournament.
Wir haben Serela ja zwar nur einmal in der Serie gesehen, aber sie und Martok sind einfach so ein... Es ist einfach Relationship, Couple, Goals.
A Romulan? Here? Once I would have considered that impossible. But we live in strange times. Maybe they have come to their senses and joined with the Empire against the Federation. I haven't seen this Romulan myself, but one of the others might have. You have my leave to speak with the workers. One of them might have seen your pointy-eared interloper about.
Of what interest is a Klingon farm to a Romulan?
The only thing I've paid attention to of late has been the lack of rain. But you're a warrior, not a farmer. You wouldn't be interested in that. Sorry I couldn't help you.
The Togs have been busy tearing up my roots, but other than that, I haven't seen anything unusual.
I remember seeing the Romulan. He said he was a surveyor hired to architect a new irrigation system. He set up equipment on the hill over there, but I haven't seen him lately. It wouldn't surprise me if he's up to no good. You can never trust a Romulan.
This surveyor may be more than he seems. The idea of a Romulan moving alone, freely on estate grounds? I do not like where this is going. Let's follow his steps. Doing so could lead to insight on the Romulans. It is definitely Romulan tech. That is definitely Romulan gear, but it is not surveying equipment. It is a short-range EM transmitter, not something a surveyor would use, Romulan or otherwise. I have a bad feeling about this. Disable it at once. It is well done. We still have a suspicious Romulan on the loose, however. There is a shipping and receiving area nearby, close to a landing pad. I suggest speaking with the workers there. Feral Targs, always a problem at this time of year.
Yes, I remember this man. It's not every day you see a Romulan in the Ketha lowlands. He didn't say he was a surveyor, though. He told me that he was a part of a diplomatic delegation studying our agriculture.
Nicht mal die Cover-Story ist konsistent.
Martok would have never let a Romulan set foot on our world. That's why I don't think much of Jimpak. He's too soft. The oddest thing I remember, other than him being a Romulan, was that he personally scheduled the delivery of goods to the farm. That is against our security procedures. Lady Sela insists on authorizing all deliveries to the manor. However, his codes were valid, and he had Lady Sela's signature, so I did as he asked. His delivery arrived today. It is the large package we moved to the grain storage shed near the house of Martok's manor. Tenep would know what was ordered. He handles most of Lady Sela's business transactions.
And now our surveyor is a diplomat. A Tal Shiar spy seems more likely.
I processed that delivery. It was an order for the House of Martok. They needed explosives for digging out a new irrigation system. The order was placed by Lady Sela with her signature and authorization codes. She must need the new irrigation channel badly. Normally, Sela delays such tasks until the winter, when the farm hands aren't busy with planting and harvesting.
This spy is clever, placing the explosives near the House of Martok's fertilizer stores. If he detonates them, the results will be devastating. I believe that device we found earlier was intended to be a trigger relay. Taking it out will slow the Romulan down, but it may not be enough to foil his plan. We should focus our search near the fertilizer shed. The spy will need a good vantage point to monitor the area before he triggers the detonation. Come, the hunt continues. Use your scanner to search for Romulan life signs. The signal is getting weaker. The signal is getting stronger! The signal is getting stronger! The signal is getting stronger! The signal is getting stronger!
Okay, was denn? Spannende Alienbäume. Ich wusste gar nicht, dass wir auf Pandora sind.
The signal is getting stronger. There, by the ship. What is that Romulan doing?
The House of Martok will crumble, and with it, the rest of the Klingon Empire. You cannot stop what has begun.
Treacherous Vorshak! It's an ambush! They're finished. Deal with that bomb before it kills us all. This ship, it is the Rotaran, the flagship of House Martok. That Romulan wanted to blow up more than fertilizer. It would have been a fatal blow, both to the House and its honor. Huicha! One thing is clear. Whoever is behind this plot has no honor. Not even a Fekiri would join forces with the Tal Shiar! It is madness! We must continue the hunt, my friend. The Romulan still draws breath, and as long as he lives, our troubles will multiply. A piece of Baktok probably beamed up to a cloaked vessel in orbit. Let us return to your ship and see if we can find it. Ever since Gempok recognized the government on New Romulus, the number of Romulan ships in orbit over Kronos has increased. Most of them have legitimate reasons for being here. As a diplomat, I realize that harassing such a ship could lead to an incident. That's trouble we do not need. Very well. I am willing to continue, as long as you understand that discovering the vessel that holds our quarry will be difficult. There's a lot of warp and impulse traffic in the area. It's too much for the scanners to handle, especially if we're dealing with a cloaked ship. That's assuming the ship is still in the system. They may have gone to warp as soon as the spy stepped off the transporter pad. Ah, your intuition served us well, my friend. Scanners are detecting trace singularity distortions from the nearby asteroids. I believe a cloaked Romulan warbird recently entered warp there. If we get a closer scan, I will be able to plot a course based on the warp trail signature.
I'm being pursued by annoying Klingon insects. What are they called? Yes. Glom flies. As much as I would love to dance, I have a pressing appointment elsewhere. So let's change partners.
Sensors are clear. Let's see if we can follow the warp trail of the Romulan leader. Scanning. Ah, there it is. Warp trail detected. Sensor analysis indicates that the Romulan is headed for the Forcus system. Agreed. I believe Lady Sorella's suspicions were correct. The Romulans mean to kill Maven and anyone that gets in their way. Like my father. Both Maven and my father are formidable warriors, but even they can be overwhelmed by numbers and treachery. I must go to Forcus to warn them. Will you join me, my friend?
Das ist normal, dass man so früh in der Story aufs Maul bekommt. Normalerweise, wenn du auf einem... Also die Story-Missionen skalieren grundsätzlich mit deinem Level, deswegen... Also das ist normalerweise nicht das Problem. Es ist eigentlich ziemlich egal, was du fliegst.
We have arrived in the Forcus system. The Warbird's warp trail ends here. She's out there, somewhere. Initiating sensor sweep now. I've hailed him several times, but he has not answered. Either he is unable to respond, or unwilling to respond. Let us hope he is engaged with the Batleth tournament, and watching over Maven. We will need to beam down to the surface to know for certain, however. Yes, she is dropping into orbit over Forcus 3, and hailing us. It appears Commander Tarson would like a word.
You're becoming an annoyance. You have made yourself a target by defending the House of Martok. By following me here, you've given me no choice but to destroy you.
He cloaked. Scan for energy traces so we can follow him. I believe Tarson's cloaking device was damaged in the battle. There is a high concentration of Tetrion particles in the asteroid belt. He may have gone there to perform emergency repairs. We can track him. The game's afoot, as they say. Klingons are helping the Romulans! They are Makwi!
Rear shields failing. Hull integrity below 25%.
cloaked again! We must find him! Quickly!
You cannot stop what is already set in motion. The Klingon Empire will fall.
Target's shields have failed. Shields failing.
Tarson may have beamed himself and his agents to the surface. He also has Klingon traitors aiding his cause. We have more work to do, my friend. Let us beam down and attempt to contact Maven and my father before things get worse. Any Romulans here will be well hidden, but their Klingon allies will be able to move freely. Even so, someone might have noticed some unusual behavior. Let's start in the bar. Tongues loosened by blood wine may reveal clues we'd otherwise miss.
Did you see Jim Puck when he was young and still fighting in the tournaments? Oh, now that was something to behold. He was masterful and fluent, not like the young tards here these days. I'm surprised that some of them can hold on to their batlets for the entire match. Ah! Wonderful! Another stout...
Have you seen the fighter from the House of Duras? He looks like a real contender.
General Chang fought the Master Corps, both in their prime fighting condition. Who do you think would take champion standing?
Das ist noch mit der interessanteste Dialog bis jetzt.
And what do you think of the new rule restricting botnet links to between 110 and...
Leute, was war bitte die Dialogregie bei einigen hier?
Do you really think a Romulan would be foolish enough to beam down to an arena filled with hundreds of Klingon warriors? Besides, ever since that one tournament where the champion of the House of Mokai used a transporter to steal his opponent's bat'leth in the middle of a fight, there are transport inhibitors in place. The only places they can operate are the transport pads and cargo storage.
The enemy is devious, moving in disguise. Tactics worthy of House Mokai, but not a true Klingon warrior. If they're posing as cargo haulers, they will have access to the locker rooms where competitors store their gear. They need only wait there for Maven between rounds and strike when he least expects it. Hearing the chanting and sounds of batleths reminds me of the first time I celebrated the Côte Baval festival. That was the first time I remember understanding what it means to be a Klingon warrior.
Nuchnech, speak quickly. I have a tournament to run and little time for fools. Access is limited to maintenance staff and competitors. If you have a security concern, take it up with security. I am, and you will explain your impudence before I show you why I am in charge. The hard way.
There is another way. Is it still possible to enter the tournament?
Not as a competitor, but we do have an opening for an exhibition match. One of the fighters put enough blood wine in his gut to drop the Gone King and had to withdraw. If you wish to take his place, I will allow it. Then combat you shall have. No firearms are allowed. You must use a melee weapon. A bat'leth is preferred, but this is an exhibition, so you may use an unconventional melee weapon if you wish. Even one of those Vulcan lurpas they wave at each other in mating disputes. Ha! And now, an exhibition match.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Sekiro wünscht sich, es hätte dieses Kampfsystem.
This concludes the exhibition. Our next match will begin shortly. Ha! You fight well. Work on your form, and you might qualify for next year's tournament. You may use the locker rooms to clean up. Go. Should you have the courage, I will allow you the honor of buying me a blood wine later. Perhaps we will see if you drink as well as you fight.
I said that I would tell you the story of how I came to be called Kemtar. Kemtar was the name of a warrior who saved my father from assassins on
What's
Morenga
this?
4.
A globfly buzzes
I
into
used
these
the
hollow
name
chambers.
Kemtar to honor
This
his
is a
memory,
place for competitors.
to remind me of
insect.
what it means
Be gone!
to be Klingon.
The insect buzzes still. I think it is time I stifled it permanently. Last chance, globfly. Leave on your own 2 feet or on the barge to Grethor. Your choice.
Enemy targets on sensor.
More traitors in league with Tarson. They must be preparing to strike. Maven has fallen to treachery. The House of Martok will have its revenge.
Tor, I need reinforcements.
Das Haus Martok hat auch irgendwie einfach kein Glück.
What is the meaning of this, Alexander? Maven was sent here to replace his equipment, and yet I find you here, surrounded by Romulans with the grandson of Martok dead at your feet. Explain yourself.
Lady Sela feared that you alone would not be able to keep her grandson safe. We followed these Romulans here, and would have stopped them had these halls not been filled with Klingon traitors. And where were you when these assassins struck?
I see you have been listening to my son's conspiracy theories again. He talks of peace and uniting the houses, yet here he is, with a blade in his hand, looking for glory. I told you I wanted nothing to do with this.
While you were here at the tournament, assassins moved against Lady Sela at her own estate. If we hadn't tracked down this agent and disarmed his explosive, she would be dead as well. At every step, we have encountered Klingons hiding in the shadows, with blades at our backs.
I have not seen this evidence, but I believe what you say. We will get to the bottom of this. That does not mean we can act rashly. If there were Klingons aiding these agents, then we are still in danger.
Agreed. A great house conspiring with the Tal Shiar to assassinate other Klingons. And it is not just a theory. How high does the corruption go?
Sela and the rest of the House of Martok will mourn for her grandson. But I must also see that security remains a priority. To start, I am sending you a recruit from our house, the warrior Belera. She's been personally trained by me, and will aid your crew as we fight against
House Torg. My former jailers were from that house. At least, before we sent them to Grethor on the frozen tundra of Rurapente. You have fought with me this far, my friend. Will you see this through to the end? Help me serve House Torg, a dish colder than the gulag they used to command.
Ich meine, es ist nicht out of character, dass Worf einfach ein schrecklicher Vater ist.
The idea that one of the great houses is conspiring with Romulans to attack House Martok is troublesome. Come to the Kether Lowlands. Worf and I would be honored if you would participate in Maven's Hecate. Once we have put our family matters to rest, you may work with Worf and Kemtar to determine our plan of attack. Serve the...
Die Story-Missionen laden echt lange.
Maven was the heir of House Martok. We will be diminished without him. He died as a warrior born, and soon he will join his honored ancestors in the halls of Stovokor.
You honor my house by returning the body of Maven to his home. My grandson was very traditional. In his honor, we shall perform an akfo. Together, we will follow our ancient traditions by watching over Maven until his spirit is ready for the journey to Stovokor.
Ich bin mir nur tatsächlich gerade gar nicht sicher, ob die Schauspielerin auch hier die Stimme beigesteuert hat.
I would be honored if you joined us in the Akvo.
In the flash, before the night, you heard the call of Stovokor. The warriors singing. Cry out your name. Welcome home. Welcome home. Let not your heart be filled with fear. The spirit soars on honor's wings. Your heart is singing. You found your way. Welcome home. Welcome home. Thank you for participating in the Akvo. It is important that we remember our traditions. Together, we have kept away the predators that would take Meven's body before his spirit was ready to leave for Stovokor. Now he may seek the fellowship of Martok and continue the warrior's journey.
Ich wollte schon sagen, da war gerade Kern bzw. Rodek unter den Trauernden.
Pardon my interruption, Gintok. We have an urgent security matter. House of Torg warriors was seen gathering in the first city. We have word that they are planning an assault, and will be here any moment.
Send an alert to everyone on the estate. I will see to Lady Sela. Prepare your men. We will not let these dogs catch us by surprise. Here they come. Show them no mercy.
Defend Lady Sela!
House Torg will end you Martok fools, and your pathetic house!
You desecrated the Akvo, and for that, you will die.
The ferry for Grathor leaves soon, and you shall be on it, you worthless Karut.
More enemies approach.
Irgendwie halten meine Brückenoffiziere auch nichts aus.
Torg sent his lackeys to attack us during a sacred ritual. He is truly a dishonorable Takek, and I will have my vengeance. Worf, Kemtar, honored allies of House Martok, hear me now. Lead our warriors against the House of Torg and bring an end to their treachery once and for all.
After everything you have done on behalf of the House of Martok, I ask that you see this campaign to its conclusion. The House of Torg must not be allowed to survive this day. The House of Torg's main base is located in the Gorath system. I will prepare our fleet, and we will attack while we have the advantage. Take Alexander with you, and he will ensure your ship is recognized as an ally by our fleet. Torg will soon discover that the House of Martok is stronger than he was led to believe. Make contact with the fleet when you enter the Gorath system to receive further instructions. Invading the House of Torg in the Gorath system will be the most difficult engagement you have faced. After everything you have done, take Alexander.
We've arrived in the Gorath system. Our transponder signal has been linked to the Martok fleet commander, and we're receiving battle instructions. The IKS Mooj will follow us. Our task is to destroy hard assets that Torg could use to mount a counterattack.
To battle!
There is one of the freighters. Target it before it can escape.
Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
So, jetzt geht's aber langsam mal richtig zur Sache. Okay, einfach auf alles zu schießen ist vielleicht nicht so eine gute Idee. Das Ding ist, meine Torpedos haben halt die Feuerkraft von einem Schneeball und ihre Torpedos haben die Feuerkraft vom sagenumwobenen Schneeball mit dem Stein drin.
There is one of the freighters. Target it before it can escape.
Ja, das ist halt der Unterschied zu einer Eskorte. So, Eskorte hat halt ihre Feuerkraft komplett vorne. Das heißt, du ballerst halt wirklich eine Seite runter. Aber mit einem Kreuzer musst du halt Broadsiden und das heißt, du fliegst halt Kreise. Und dann triffst du natürlich auch verschiedene Seiten vom feindlichen Schiff. Ja, aber zum Glück haben wir ja die Kampftarnung. Also wir können einfach jeden Kampf abbrechen, wenn wir wollen.
With these assets destroyed, House Torg will be unable to resupply their forces. Their ability to fight will be greatly limited. Now, Torg must be brought before the Council, so that we may reveal the depths of his house's treachery. At last, the stronghold of House Torg. This will be over soon. Torg is here, trapped like a Hadibach. That will make him dangerous, but not invincible. Coward that he is, Torg will put all of his warriors in our path, including his son, Segen. Perhaps we will have vengeance for Maven sooner than we expected.
Nee, das Ding ist, Kreuzer sollen eigentlich ja auch eher die Tanks sein. Das heißt, ihre Feuerkraft darf sich halt auch ruhig verteilen. Aber das Eskorte sollen halt die Damage-Dealer sein, die halt einfach alles sofort zerfetzen.
Segen's quarters are up ahead. Despite being an idiot and a follower, he is the heir of House Torg. He will have supported his father in all things, even treason. Even the killing of Maven.
What's this? Martok assassins? Here? Madness!
Torg severed Martok's bloodline when he killed Maven. Now, with the death of Segen, we have our revenge!
Idiots! You told us this place was secure!
As it has always been, my friend. As it always, we must seek any further evidence of Torg's treason. We can use what we find when we bring him before the Council.
Überleg mal, so ein Flugzeugträger ist ja nicht besonders agil, also der kann nicht mal eben irgendwo rein und seine Schüsse abfeuern und wieder verschwinden. Das ist schon die Aufgabe von einer Eskorte.
You dare to interrupt my drinking? You Martok fools must really want to die.
Alter, was ist dieses Voice Acting? Und auch dieses Character Writing, so.
Those shipping containers in the back corner are not of Klingon design. These are Romulan shipping containers, but they're filled with Klingon weapons and technology. These crates are similar to those we found in the Vor system. According to the shipping manifests, they're scheduled to be transferred to a freighter with a destination somewhere within Romulan space. This evidence connects Torg directly to the information we received from the Romulan Republic captain. Torg is selling weapons and secrets to the Tal Shiar, and in exchange, they provide him with deniable assets, ships and assassins to remove his competitors.
You fight well, but you will go no further, assassins!
Torg must be locked in his audience chamber. We must get those doors open!
Personal shield losing
power. Kann der Brief vielleicht mal... Hallo? Kimta, was tust du?
Personal shield losing power.
That is far enough, you filthy piece of bastard! Did you think you could walk into my home, kill my son, and live to tell about it? I will personally drag you and every other misbegotten member of your house to the frozen core of Rurapinte, where you will all die without honor!
Your corruption is poison. You talk of honor, but have none of your own. You see power, yet trade it to our enemies for personal gain. You rule a great house, yet have no understanding of what makes our people great.
Don't talk to me of our people, Alexander, son of Worf. It is because of half-breeds like you that our people have grown weak. The fact that Martok accepted you into his family is reason enough for me to destroy his house. You have no idea what the future holds for our people. If you knew what the Romulans have told me, you would beg to join us.
Whatever the future may bring to the Empire, you will not be a part of it, Torg. I will see to that. Perhaps, in the future, there will be peace between our houses, but...
You dare insult me with talk of peace? As you stand there with the blood of my son on your hands? There will be no peace between us, mongrel. I will not rest until every man, woman, and child of House Martok are among the honorless dead, bound for Grethor.
Halfbreed, ja gut. Er ist ja ein Viertelmensch, also das macht's nicht besser für jemanden wie ihn hier.
Take care of these assassins and bring me Alexander. I want to teach him a lesson.
Coward! He used his transporter! He has escaped for now, but when we are finished, we will make sure that he has nowhere to run. There will be no safe haven in the entire Empire for Torg. We must take the evidence we've collected to Kronos and present it to the High Council. Once Chancellor Jempok knows of Torg's treason, there will be justice at last. Perhaps they will put Torg into my old cell on Rurapente. It is more than he deserves, but it would be poetic. Incoming hail. It is my father.
The remainder of our fleet has assembled in the system. The House of Torg has called in Romulan reinforcements. But if we stick to our offensive strategy, we will prevail. Form up behind the IKS Taj, and we will teach these fools how to fight ship to ship.
Oh, ich merke, Cryptic hat mal wieder die Tribbles nicht gefüttert. Hallo, die Server-Tribbles. Irgendwer muss doch die Server mit Strom versorgen.
reading a few ships on attack vectors, all with House Torg registries. Someone doesn't want us to present our evidence to the High Council. It does not matter. I did not come this far to fall in battle to the lackeys of Torg. My father has contacted Chancellor Jumpak and explained the situation. He is waiting for us in the Great Hall. The Chancellor and the High Command are waiting for us as well. There, my father will formally accuse Torg of treason. Father tells me that Torg will be present as well. That should make things interesting.
It is time. We must confront Torg. Tell me when you are ready. It is my duty to represent the House of Martok in this matter. I have reviewed the evidence that you and Kimtar have gathered, and I may call upon you to present your findings as testimony. However, you are not to speak unless asked by myself or a member of the High Council. It is time.
Ambassador Worf and Kimtar. An interesting band of warriors, to be sure. The time has come. We are ready to hear your claim. Are you prepared to show evidence to support it? Worf, son of Moog, you have called this council on a very serious matter. Speak.
The House of Martok will show evidence that Torg, son of Cormog, has committed acts of treason.
I will not stand by and let the House of Martok spread more lies and deceit to this council.
This brave warrior, together with my son Alexander, uncovered a plot by the House of Torg to transfer weapons and classified technology to our enemies in the Romulan Star Empire. We have presented to the Chancellor's aides physical evidence and computer logs that will trace stolen weapons from the exchange through the House of Torg to agents within the Tal Shiar.
This dishonorable bastard would say anything to hide the weakness and decay in his own house.
The evidence is clear, Torg. It is the finding of this council that you have lost all sight of honor and are guilty of treason. The accusation stands. The judgment is discommendation. From this point forward, the House of Torg will be no more.
You have killed my son! You have stripped my house of honor! I will burn in the fires of Grethor!
But not before I kill you!
Father, look out! Alexander!
We will control the Empire! Kill these fools!
Oh, komm erstmal aus dem Boden raus. Danke. Ja, die können wirklich keinen Satz ohne Ehre sagen. Ja, vor allem, die stehen noch alle hier AFK rum. Wir haben auch erlaubt, dass die Leute hier mit Waffen reingehen. Ich meine, was könnte schon schief gehen, wenn du jemandem dann im Gericht alles nimmst, was er hat?
It seems I am not the warrior I should have been, Father.
You were warrior enough to save me. All that matters now is that you are my son.
And for that, I am proud.
Save your strength, son. Help is coming.
They will be too late. Today is a good day to die.
It will be a good death. You are a warrior.
Worf hat einfach kein Glück mit seiner Family.
This tragedy will not be forgotten. I want to thank you for rescuing my son from Rurapente and allowing him to die with honor. You have done much for the House of Martok, but we have also lost much. Perhaps, but the pain will remain. Alexander never realized that he truly was Kimtar, both then and now. We must remember to stay true to our beliefs. Only then can we live and die with honor. Until we meet again, warrior.
We will make sure the House of Torg is properly punished for their cowardly actions. Torg has been on the Council for many years, and I thought I knew his heart. I was wrong. I had no part in or knowledge of his acts against the House of Martok. For that, he will pay dearly.
So, aber, genau, damit ist der Empire Arc durch. Ja, aber hier machen wir dann einen Cut-Off. Das heißt, die nächsten Arcs, mal gucken, ob wir alles in einem Stream schaffen oder nicht, aber diese 3, das sind halt noch die Klingonen-spezifischen und danach wird es ja wieder alles so praktisch geteilt unter den Fraktionen. Das heißt, würden wir dann mit Ryder weitermachen. Aber wir müssen halt dann halt noch unseren Romulaner hochziehen. Der aber nicht so eine große Investition. Jetzt kriege ich schon wieder Flotteneinladungen hier, Leute. So, aber ich würde sagen, das reicht für heute. Ich schicke euch zum Picard-Song und wir sehen uns dann beim nächsten Mal wieder. Bis dahin.